Chosen one, imagine this. What if there was a moment in your life that looked completely ordinary to you, but in heaven's eyes, it was unforgettable? Imagine a silence so profound that even Archangel Michael stopped and looked again. Not because of a great battle, not because of a miracle everyone witnessed, but because of something that happened inside you. What could possibly make heaven pay such close attention? Was it your prayers? No. Was it your success? No. Was it the day everything finally worked out? Not at all. It was the moment you thought no one saw, the moment you felt abandoned, the moment you almost gave up, but didn't. Stay with me until the very end, because today we're going to uncover 3 powerful revelations. First, the hidden reason heaven noticed that moment. Second, what Archangel Michael recognized that most people never see. And third, the spiritual lesson hidden inside your greatest struggle. A lesson that could completely change the way you face every battle from this day forward. Don't skip a single second, because the final revelation may completely change the way you see your past, your present, and your future. Now, let's begin. Chosen one, imagine standing in complete darkness. Not the darkness of night, but the kind that settles over the soul. The kind that whispers, "You're alone. No one understands. Nothing is ever going to change." Maybe you've been there. Maybe it was late at night when the entire world was asleep, but your mind refused to rest. Maybe it happened in your car after pretending all day that everything was fine. Maybe it happened behind a locked bedroom door where no one could hear your tears. Whatever that moment looked like, you survived it. And what if I told you that, in this story, heaven never forgot it? Imagine the courts of heaven filled with light beyond human understanding. Angels carrying out their assignments. Songs of worship echoing endlessly. Everything moving with perfect purpose. Then, one moment begins to stand out. Not because a king was crowned. Not because an empire rose. Not because the earth shook. But because one ordinary person made one extraordinary decision. To keep going. Imagine Archangel Michael turning his attention toward the earth. The commander of heaven's armies. A warrior who has witnessed victories and defeats across generations. Yet this moment is different, because the battle he is watching isn't being fought with swords. It isn't being fought with armies. It's being fought inside a human heart. He watches someone carrying disappointment without allowing it to become bitterness. He watches someone facing rejection without surrendering their identity. He watches someone standing after every reason to walk away. To the world, it looks insignificant. To heaven, it looks priceless. You see, people usually celebrate the finish line. But heaven often pays attention to the decision that happens long before anyone else notices. The decision to believe one more day. The decision to forgive instead of becoming consumed by anger. The decision to keep your integrity when compromise seems easier. The decision to trust that your story isn't over. Those choices rarely receive applause. No one hands out trophies for surviving silent battles. No one congratulates you for fighting thoughts that no one else even knows exist. Yet those unseen victories shape who you become. Imagine Michael observing every moment with quiet attention. Not counting your failures. Not measuring your mistakes. But recognizing every time you chose hope instead of despair. Every time you refused to let pain define your future. Every time you stood back up after life knocked you down. Because true strength is rarely loud. The strongest trees don't grow during perfect weather. They grow through storms. The brightest stars are seen in the darkest skies. And some of the strongest faith is formed in seasons where nothing seems to make sense. Maybe you've questioned why your journey has been so difficult. Maybe you've wondered why others seem to move forward while you keep facing obstacle after obstacle. But what if those very struggles have been shaping something inside you that comfort never could? Pressure creates diamonds. Fire refines gold. And difficult seasons often reveal a strength that easy seasons never can. Imagine heaven seeing not just your present struggle, but the person you're becoming because of it. Person who has learned patience. Person who has learned compassion. A person who has learned to stand even when emotions say, quit. That is the kind of strength no one can fake. It's built one decision at a time, one prayer at a time, one difficult day at a time. Perhaps that's why your story isn't over yet. Because what feels like delay may actually be preparation. What feels like silence may actually be growth. And what feels like your weakest chapter may become the very chapter that gives someone else hope. So before we continue, I want you to remember one question. What if your greatest battle was never meant to destroy you, but to reveal who you were becoming all along? Because in the next part, we'll imagine what Archangel Michael noticed next, and why that unseen moment became the turning point of this story. Chosen one, now imagine the story continuing. The moment has already captured heaven's attention, but this time, the focus is no longer on the battle around you. It is on the battle within you. Picture Archangel Michael standing in complete stillness, the warrior who has faced darkness without fear, the guardian who has witnessed generations rise and fall. He has seen people pray with confidence. He has seen kings celebrate victories. He has seen prophets remain faithful through impossible seasons. But this moment, this quiet, unseen moment, draws his attention in a different way. Why? Because there is no visible miracle. No thunder, no dramatic sign in the sky, only one ordinary person refusing to surrender. Imagine Michael saying, "Look closer," not because he doubts your strength, but because true strength often hides beneath weakness. From the world's perspective, you look exhausted. Your shoulders carry burdens no one knows about. Your heart feels heavier than your smile lets others believe. Your prayers seem unanswered. Your future feels uncertain, yet something inside you refuses to give up. You cannot fully explain it. You cannot measure it. But every time life tells you to stop, something whispers, "Take one more step." Have you ever experienced that? The moment when you had every reason to quit, yet somehow you kept moving, not because you felt powerful, but because hope refused to die. That is the mystery. Real courage is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to move while fear is still present. Imagine Michael observing this unseen battle. He notices something many people miss. Pain changed your circumstances, but it did not change your heart. Disappointment knocked on your door, but it never became the owner of your house. Criticism surrounded you, yet it never decided your identity. That is rare. Many people lose themselves long before they lose the battle. But you, even when you questioned everything, you kept searching for light. Imagine heaven recognizing that quiet decision. Because every difficult season gives us two choices. We can become bitter, or we can become better. We can allow pain to define us, or allow it to refine us. Every storm asks the same question. What kind of person will you become after this? Perhaps that question has been following you for years, not because heaven wants to test your worth, but because every challenge reveals what was already growing inside your heart. Think about a tree during a storm. No one sees its roots. Everyone notices its branches. But the branches remain standing only because invisible roots have grown deep. Your faith is much the same. Most people only see the smile you wear. They never see the nights you spent rebuilding your hope. They never see the silent prayers, the private tears, the difficult choices, the moments you chose forgiveness instead of revenge. Those are the roots, and roots always grow in hidden places. Imagine Michael understanding something many people forget. The strongest warriors are not always the loudest. Sometimes, they are simply the ones who refuse to stop growing. Perhaps you've wondered why your journey has taken longer than expected. Why doors closed? Why relationships changed? Why opportunities disappeared? What if every closed door protected you from a path that wasn't meant for you? What if every delay was preparing you for something that required a stronger heart? Growth rarely feels comfortable. A seed must break before it becomes a tree. Gold must enter fire before it shines. And every meaningful transformation asks us to leave behind an older version of ourselves. Maybe that's what this season has really been about. Not taking something away from you, but building something within you. Imagine Michael turning his gaze toward the future. He doesn't only see where you've been, He sees where your next decision can lead. He sees opportunities you cannot yet imagine, people you have not yet met, doors that have not yet opened, prayers that are still on their way. And perhaps that's why hope matters so much. Because hope allows you to keep walking before the destination becomes visible. The world says, "I'll believe it when I see it." Faith says, "I'll keep walking until I do." Chosen one, never underestimate what happens when you keep taking faithful steps through uncertain seasons. Every step shapes your character. Every challenge strengthens your spirit. Every act of kindness plants a seed. Every decision to trust instead of fear changes something inside you. And sometimes, the greatest victory isn't reaching the finish line. Sometimes, the greatest victory is refusing to stop before you get there. So let me leave you with one question before we can't. In you, what if the struggle you've been trying to escape has actually been preparing you for the purpose you've been praying to receive? Because in the next part, the story shifts again. This time, we'll imagine the deeper lesson hidden behind every silent battle, and why what feels like delay may actually be the beginning of your greatest breakthrough. Chosen one, imagine the story taking another turn, not toward your past, but toward your future, because every battle has two endings, the one people see, and the one that changes you forever. Most people spend their lives asking, "Why did this happen to me?" But imagine if heaven was asking a completely different question. What is this season preparing them for? That changes everything. Imagine Archangel Michael looking beyond your present pain. He is no longer focused on what you've lost. He is looking at what is quietly being built inside you. Because sometimes, God doesn't remove every obstacle immediately. Sometimes He allows the journey to shape the traveler before revealing the destination. Think about it. A mountain climber doesn't become stronger after reaching the summit. Strength is built during every difficult step upward. The summit simply reveals what the climb has already created. Perhaps your life has been like that. You kept asking for a breakthrough, but before the breakthrough, your character needed deeper roots. Before the blessing, your wisdom needed to grow. Before greater responsibility, your heart needed greater humility. None of that feels exciting while you're living through it. In fact, it often feels like nothing is happening. But invisible growth is still growth. A seed buried beneath the soil looks forgotten. No one applauds it. No one notices it. Yet beneath the surface, something extraordinary is taking place. The roots are spreading. Strength is forming. Life is preparing to break through. Maybe that's where you are today. Not abandoned. Not forgotten, simply growing where no one else can see. Imagine Michael recognizing that hidden process. He understands something many people overlook. The strongest foundations are always built before the tallest buildings appear. No one celebrates the foundation. Everyone admires the finished structure. Yet without the hidden work, nothing lasting can stand. The same is true for your life. Every disappointment taught you patience. Every betrayal taught you discernment. Every delay taught you endurance. Every difficult season taught you compassion for people carrying invisible battles. Those lessons cannot be bought. They cannot be borrowed. They can only be lived. Have you noticed something? The people who carry the deepest peace are rarely the ones with perfect lives. They are often the ones who have survived storms without allowing those storms to steal their hope. That is real strength. Not pretending everything is fine, but choosing to believe that your story still has purpose even when the next chapter hasn't been revealed. Imagine Michael watching your journey and saying, "They don't realize how much they've already grown." Because growth happens so slowly that we often fail to notice it ourselves. You compare today's struggles with yesterday's pain. Heaven sees today's strength compared to the person you used to be. Years ago, perhaps one disappointment would have completely broken your confidence. Today, you still feel the pain, but you keep moving. That is growth. Years ago, one rejection might have convinced you to stop dreaming. Today, you feel the disappointment, yet hope still remains. That is growth. Years ago, you searched for everyone's approval. Today, you're learning that peace is more valuable than pleasing every person around you. That is growth. Chosen one, Never underestimate small victories. Kind word, patient response, choosing forgiveness, showing compassion, remaining honest when compromise seems easier. Those moments shape your destiny more than dramatic events ever could. Imagine Michael seeing each one as another step forward. Not because perfection is expected, but because direction matters more than speed. Maybe you've been frustrated because life isn't moving as quickly as you hoped. But slow progress is still progress. A sunrise doesn't happen in a single second. It happens gradually, until suddenly, the entire horizon is filled with light. Your purpose may be unfolding in exactly the same way. Little by little, step by step, lesson by lesson. And one day, you'll look back and realize that every difficult chapter was quietly preparing you for the moment you've been praying for all along. So before we continue, ask yourself this question. If every challenge has been shaping the person you're becoming, then what kind of person are you becoming today? Hold on to that thought, because in the next part, the story reaches its turning point, where everything you've experienced begins to make sense in a completely new way. Chosen one, imagine standing at the edge of a brand new season. Nothing around you looks different. The same room, the same routine, the same people, yet somehow, everything inside you has changed. This is the part of the journey that many people misunderstand. They keep waiting for a dramatic sign, a loud announcement, an instant miracle. But what if the greatest miracle begins quietly? Imagine Archangel Michael looking toward the earth once again. Not because another battle has started, but because he recognizes something familiar. The person who once questioned every step is beginning to walk with quiet confidence. Not because every answer has arrived, but because they have learned to trust even without seeing the whole picture. That is the turning point. Real transformation doesn't happen the day your circumstances change. It happens the day your perspective changes. Think about a ship crossing a storm. The waves may still be crashing. The wind may still be strong. But the captain no longer panics. Why? Because experience has taught him that storms never last forever. Perhaps your life has been preparing you for that same confidence. There was a time when every obstacle made you question your purpose. Now, you still feel the pressure, but you no longer let pressure decide your direction. That is growth. Imagine heaven noticing that quiet maturity. Not because you have become fearless, but because fear is no longer leading your decisions. There is a difference. Courage isn't the absence of uncertainty. Courage is choosing faith while uncertainty still exists. Many people wait until they feel ready, but purpose rarely waits for perfect feelings. Purpose begins the moment you decide to take the next faithful step. Maybe that's why so many doors remained closed. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. Because if certain opportunities had arrived too early, they might have become distractions instead of blessings. Timing matters. A seed planted in the wrong season struggles to grow. The same seed planted at the right time transforms into a harvest. Imagine Michael seeing the timing of your journey. He sees every delay that protected you, every disappointment that redirected you, every unanswered prayer that quietly led you towards something greater. You may not understand every chapter today, but one day, you'll realize that what felt like rejection often became redirection. What felt like loss often created space for something better. What felt like silence became the place where your character grew stronger than ever before. Chosen one. There is something powerful about people who keep their hearts soft after surviving hard seasons. The world often teaches us to become cold, to stop trusting, to stop caring, to protect ourselves from disappointment. But imagine choosing a different path. Imagine becoming wiser without becoming bitter, stronger without becoming proud, more discerning without becoming cynical. That kind of transformation cannot be forced. It is developed one decision at a time. Every time you choose peace over panic, you grow. Every time you choose forgiveness over resentment, you grow. Every time you choose hope over fear, you grow. And eventually, those small choices become the person you are. Imagine Michael smiling as he watches your journey. Not because every battle has ended, but because he knows something you cannot yet see. The strongest chapters of your story have not been written yet. Your greatest opportunities are still ahead. Your deepest purpose is still unfolding. And every lesson you've learned has been preparing you to carry that purpose with wisdom instead of pride. So don't measure your progress by what you haven't received yet. Measure it by the person you're becoming. Because success can change your circumstances, but character changes your life. Maybe that's why this season has lasted longer than you expected. It wasn't only about reaching a destination. It was about becoming someone capable of handling the destination when it finally arrived. Now let me ask you something. What if the breakthrough you've been praying for has been moving toward you while you were becoming the person capable of receiving it? Take a moment and think about that, because in the final part, everything comes together. We'll reflect on the greatest lesson hidden within this entire journey, end with a powerful prayer of encouragement, and discover why your story is far from Chosen over. One, take a deep breath and imagine the story reaching its final chapter. Not because your journey is ending, but because a new season is beginning. If you've stayed with me until this moment, perhaps it isn't by accident. Perhaps there is something inside your heart that has been searching, not just for answers, but for direction. Think back to every part of this story. The silent battles, the unanswered questions, the nights that seemed endless, the moments when you wondered if anyone truly understood what you were carrying. Now imagine looking at all of those moments from a different perspective, not as random hardships, but as chapters that slowly shaped the person you are becoming. Life has a way of convincing us that every delay is a denial, that every closed door is the end, that every disappointment means we have failed. But what if those moments were never meant to stop you? What if they were preparing you? Imagine a sculptor standing before a massive block of stone. To everyone else, it looks ordinary, heavy, lifeless, but the sculptor already sees the masterpiece hidden inside. Every strike of the chisel removes something unnecessary, not because the stone is worthless, but because something greater is waiting to be revealed. Sometimes life feels exactly like that. We lose opportunities, we lose relationships, we lose certainty, and in those moments, it feels like pieces of us are disappearing. Yet what if those difficult seasons have been removing fear, removing pride, removing dependence on things that could never truly satisfy your heart? Perhaps that is why growth often feels uncomfortable. Because becoming who you're meant to be always requires leaving behind who you used to be. Imagine Archangel Michael looking toward the earth one final time in this story. Not with concern, not with uncertainty, but with quiet confidence. Because the person he sees today is not the same person who entered the storm. The circumstance, yes, may not have changed overnight, but your spirit has. You have learned to stand when quitting seemed easier. You have learned to hope when nothing around you made sense. You have learned that real strength isn't pretending to have no fear. Real strength is choosing faith even while fear whispers in your ear. And maybe that has been the greatest lesson all along. Your purpose was never built only in moments of celebration. It was built in the quiet places, the hidden places, the ordinary days that no one applauded. Every small decision mattered. Every act of kindness mattered. Every moment of patience mattered. Every prayer whispered through tears mattered. Every time you chose forgiveness instead of resentment, something inside you grew stronger. Every time you chose integrity when compromise looked easier, your character became deeper. Every time you decided not to give up, you became a little more prepared for what lies ahead. Chosen one, never believe the lie that nothing is happening simply because you cannot see immediate results. The strongest trees spend years growing roots before they become places of shelter. The brightest sunrise begins long before the first ray of light appears over the horizon. And some of the greatest transformations happen quietly until one day, everyone can see what was growing all along. Maybe that day is closer than you think. Maybe the opportunity you've been waiting for is already making its way toward you. Maybe the answers you've been praying for are arriving one step at a time. But while you wait, do not stop growing. Do not stop believing. Do not stop becoming the person your future requires. Walk with humility, lead with compassion, choose peace over panic, truth over fear, hope over despair. And remember, no difficult season lasts forever. Storms always pass. Morning always follows the darkest night. And every chapter, no matter how painful, can become part of a greater story. Let's close this journey with a prayer. Heavenly Father, thank you for being with us in every season of life. Thank you for the strength you provide when we feel weak, for the hope you give when the road ahead seems uncertain, and for your presence that remains faithful through every storm. Help us to walk with wisdom instead of fear, with humility instead of pride, with forgiveness instead of bitterness. Teach us to trust your timing, even when we cannot understand it. Give us courage to keep moving forward, faith to keep believing, and hearts that remain filled with love, kindness, and compassion. May our lives reflect hope to those who are discouraged, peace to those who are anxious, and encouragement to everyone who feels alone. Guide our steps, strengthen our hearts, and remind us every day that you are working even when we cannot yet see the outcome. In Jesus' name, Amen. Chosen one, if this message encouraged you today, don't let it end. Here, like this video if it spoke to your heart. Comment the word unmovable if you're choosing to walk forward with faith and hope. And if you want more inspiring messages like this, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next journey. Remember, your story is not over. The next chapter may become the one that changes everything. Until next time, stay strong, stay hopeful, and keep moving forward.